Nothing in life will ever change unless you change. I want to talk about, this is Mike, the tactical stock scalper. All right. You know, I see these people on the way into work, you know, every day, driving, their face just glazed over, just like zombies. I see them at night walking their dogs after they got home from work, and there's nothing on their face. They remind me of like a locust with that's on a tree. That's just a shell. There's no soul inside. Why are these people, if this is you, why are people living such a miserable existence when you don't have to? You don't have to. Look, number one, start a freaking business. Get out of the rat race of the 9 to 5, you know, living like a Joe, right? Just living like a guy. Get out of the rat race and start a business. Everyone has a skill. God has given every single person a skill that they can use. Maybe you're good with numbers. Maybe you're good, you know, with this, with that, whatever. It doesn't matter. Everyone has a skill. So knowing this, that you have a skill, utilize that skill and start a business. Get yourself free and get out of the freaking rat race. Look, nothing in life ever changes, guys. It does. You know, I'm almost 50 years old. I've been through so many presidents, wars, economic disasters of every freaking kind you can think of, pandemics, right? All of it. Nothing ever freaking changes. If you're waiting on a new president to change your life, it ain't gonna happen. If you're waiting on the economy to change, it's not going to happen. Nothing ever changes. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. The only thing that can change is you. You know? I see these miserable people every day, and it just got me thinking, you know? I mean, you know, you see people on YouTube, and you can just, you know, look in their eyes, right? And just, you know, and just tell that they hate their life. You know? It doesn't have to be that way. So number one, start a business. Yeah, it takes cojones, and you may have to go through some sacrifice. And it's hard work, and it's dedication. But that leads you to ultimate freedom. Yeah, you still got to work. Like me, I still got to sell food and stuff and all that. But guys, I'm honestly, I'm really free. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I mean, comparatively speaking, you know, to my old job, right? You know, 9 to 5 old job. Starting a business was the most important decision I ever made in my life, and the best one besides marrying my wife. And then you see the world through a total different lens when you become an entrepreneur or you start your own business. You see the world as opportunity, not as the daily doldrums. I gotta go to work, to a job I hate, come home to a life I hate, and then get up and do it again. That's risky to me. That is the ultimate risk. Who wants to live like that? Starting a business, yeah, it's risky on the outside. You could lose money, lose time while you're waiting for this thing to get up and going. To me, that's not even close to living that kind of life. A life that you hate is way far freaking riskier than trying to go after your dreams and something you want. Here's something else. You know, people don't start their own business because they're afraid to fail. They're afraid to be wrong. Man, you know how foolish that is, right? Living with regret, guys, is way worse than living with failure. Absolutely. I mean, think of all the what ifs in your life you could have done by now. Regret's horrible. Failing is fine. If you go out and give it an effort and go after something and it fails, You know what? You gave it your best shot. You went after it to try to change your life and your family's life, and it failed. So what? Go back to living whatever you were doing before. And you know, you can see this difference in people that have this thought process, and they see risk differently. And that brings me to high yield dividend funds, of course, right? These could, look, I'm not a financial advisor. I own a food company. I sell freaking nachos and pretzels and stuff, right? So don't just, this is my experience and my feelings. Could they change your life? They could. They could fail, right? They could change your life. And I think just not trying something, you know? Not trying something is the absolute worst. So for me, just me, trying to retire at the end of this year, very aggressive plan. Will it work? I don't freaking know. It may have to be next year. Just depends how my food season goes. But if it's next year, that's fine. I'm retired at 51. Why? Because I'm taking a risk. I don't want to be like everybody else out there in the world. I want to live free, baby. You know? I want to spend time with the ones I love the most as much as possible while I have this time on earth. Now, whether or not you believe in God or not, that's a different thing. But for me, I do. So it's important to maximize my time here on earth before it's gone, and to enjoy every single second of my life. And so that's why taking risks on covered call funds is not risky to me. It's just another path. And whether you think they're going to work or not, or people tell you they're going to work, they're not going to work, you don't know. You don't freaking know until you do it. They can pull out 100 charts. They can, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if? You don't know. No one has a freaking crystal ball, no matter how many people try to forecast all this stuff. It's just not reality. So for me, starting a business, then investing in the stock market with the growth fund, and now investing in high yield dividends to go off and just live off dividends and live a free life. That's what I'm after. Am I a dreamer? Well, hell yeah, I'm a dreamer, baby. I am a dreamer, and thank God I am. Because if I wasn't a freaking dreamer, I'd still be coaching high school. I would still be listening to parents freaking yell. Listen to administration issues. Listen to, you know, office politics, if you will. All that. I'd have to be going through all that. You know, then I'd be one of these guys on YouTube arguing all the time because my life is freaking miserable. You know? That's the only joy and solace I can get in my life, is that kind of reaction. Instead of just living free, living happy, and going after something. Have a purpose in your life, my friends. Hope you enjoy the content. This is Mike, Tactical Stock Scalper, out.